Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, Best Care Home Services, and DeSoto Outdoors and Archery.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. This is Larry Ray sitting in as I do each and every Saturday morning on this November the 19th, opening day of the gun season for deer in Tennessee and opening day for the duck season in Arkansas. And Frank Barton from the Barton Power Sports in West Memphis, Jonesboro, Forest City. Can't wait to get this show out of the way so he can leave. I mean, this is the one time Frank's on every third Saturday, and this is the one time he says, hurry up and get this thing over with. You know.
I told you we're going to need to change this to the second Saturday next
I've
year.
got to go deer hunt after this. So come on, so it's
that's the reason why I'm here for you.
I know you are. Thank you. I appreciate you, Frank.
Misery loves company.
Well, that's right. All right, let's go up north. You know, I love to talk about the north folks up there, and our good friends at Frabil have been really good to Outdoors with Larry Ray on our 15 years on the air and with prizes and all sorts of things. And once again, you know, the crawler can came out in about 2012, and everyone had to have one. I had to have one and everything. Then I get something from our good friend Josh Lance at Tradition Media and said, here comes the new universal bait can is coming out. And it's going to be out sometime in December, just in time for Christmas. And you folks need to watch out for this thing. And I know the gentleman on the line with us right now has been a part of the Frabil team for a long, long time. He's the guide owner of Dakota Prairie Angling, and that's Eric Brandriet. Eric, how you do?
That's good. Hey, thanks, Larry, for having me this morning.
Okay, it's always good to listen to a Southern dialect on Outdoors with Larry Ray here in Memphis. So I love to hear people from your section of the country talk, and then people say they like to hear us talk from up there. So we can we converse together because we don't talk about the same thing as fishing. So let's talk a little bit about. Hey, I will ask you this: y'all seen any ducks up there?
You know what? We had, we've got some local ducks. As nice as the weather's been here in November, we've had very little migration. It's actually been very tough waterfowl hunting this fall so far. Actually, in 2 days, Friday and Saturday, believe it or not, they're actually talking about our first major snow event coming, possible blizzard.
There you go.
That's definitely going to push them down. If not push them down, they're just going to fly right over us, unfortunately.
Well, we'd push them on down here. That's what Frank wants right there. You just perked him up there. Yeah.
I don't wish anybody bad luck, but I do want them to fly over you.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk a little bit about your association with Frabil, Eric.
Okay. I've been very fortunate. I've been part of Frabil here for probably about 5 years, and it's a relationship that has gone very well, and it's really the people there are great. The Frabils, the engineers, do a great job on listening to the fishermen, the people that actually use the products. When it comes to products and a live bait fisherman like me, their line of live bait containers, whether it be like the crawler can you first mentioned or we're going to talk about, or their aeration systems. I mean, it's just they've got such a wide range of things that us live bait fishermen can use.
And Eric, we talked a little bit before we came on the air about fishing in the Dakotas, and Eric's out of Big Stone City, which is northeast South Dakota, somewhere up in that area right there where weather changes and things like that. I mean, you just mentioned it's been warm, but you guys gear up. This is a 12 months a year fish, right?
You know what? It really is. We our ice fishing, believe it or not, is probably as big as our open water fishing. And there are times of the year where we're able to fish in a boat up through probably the 1st of December. But the way the weather's looking here in a couple of weeks, we'll be actually walking out on all of our lakes with our Frabil ice equipment.
Amazing. I know people love for me to talk to people who ice fish because there's people down here that says, I don't understand that, but explain what it's like to ice fish in the Dakotas.
You know what? It's fun visiting with people that haven't experienced it. A lot of us diehards, we probably push it a little bit. It only takes 3 or 4 inches of ice, and we're ready to head out, take the bare necessities, and once we get into, 1st of January, where we can get some good substantial ice, it's nothing. We drive our trucks out there, and there's pretty elaborate ice shelters. They actually are like little RVs, full kitchens, bathrooms. They make some that even have lofts in them. To be up front, I'm not that extravagant. I pretty much I'm toting my Frabill ice shelters around, and doing that type of thing. But it is it's like little towns popping up in the middle of nowhere on these frozen lakes.
And the lake that you fish on is right off the Missouri River, right? I mean,
yes, yep. We are very fortunate. Most of our summer guiding we do on Lake Oahe, which is a reservoir of the Missouri River in central South Dakota. And then I'm very fortunate. I live right in the middle and grew up right in the middle of the South Dakota Glacial Lakes region, which, sometimes referred to as a prairie pothole region. I mean, we've got little lakes everywhere.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate. They're right now pretty full of perch and walleyes, which are probably the 2 main species that we chase up here year-round.
Did you guys hear that? He said perch. I mean, because a lot of people say, well, perch in the Dakotas? Tell them a little bit about your perch is pretty good-sized perch you can catch.
It is, and it's with our glacial lakes region, our bodies of water are fertile. A lot of it's, agricultural land that's been flooded here in the last 10 or 12, 15 years. And that ground is so fertile with bugs and freshwater shrimp. And the perch that we have grow very fast. And we get them, it's not uncommon to see perch in the wintertime up to 15 inches or a little bit over. So, I mean, we're talking, perch the size of walleyes up here. And when it comes to catching them, you can catch a lot of them when the bite is really good. And when it comes to table fare, they are very, very good eating. And
you're a live bait man, right?
I am. That's what I grew up doing, and that's still probably the part of fishing that I enjoy. I take a lot of special time and special care of my live bait. I'm a big believer that taking care of your bait directly influences your success with fishing. And for up here, perch and walleyes are again our 2 main species. They're always hungry, and it seems like live bait is just kind of the way that we always tend to go.
Well, I'm a live bait man. I always have been. Have you seen the universal bait can?
You know what? I was fortunate to get my hands on one, and take a look at it. And I tell you what, I thought the crawler can was very nice.
Yeah.
But this universal bait can, the way they redid it, especially the 2 ends, being able to grab it a little bit easier. It's a can like you had said earlier when we visited. The crawler can came out in I think 2012.
Yeah.
I have them when we're guiding in the summertime. I have 5 or 6 of them in my boat, all spread out, so the clients easy access to them. They're tough and rugged. They're not going to fall apart, over a summer, and it just really keeps our crawlers healthy, vibrant. Exactly what the walleyes want.
And again, we are talking to Eric Brandriet of the guide and owner of Dakota Prairie Angling, a member of the Frabill Pro staff, about the Fraibill's universal bait can, which I'm looking at right here, and it's got store ice in one compartment, bait in the other to maintain cool temperatures. It's easy to handle. It's got a redesigned, watertight, easy grip, quarter-turn lids, and if you've got one of the crawler cans that they came out with and everything like that, this bait can is so much. It's redefined it. What I think is what they're talking about, the original design. And you know what I like about it, Eric? $20.
What?
$20. That's
absolutely.
I mean, that's Frank. You know that. I'm a real bargain hunter. Now, where can you get something like this for $20? So and then now I understand why Eric has 5 of them in there.
You'll have one soon.
I hope so. I'm waiting on it and everything like that. So, Eric, let me ask you again before we get off here and everything, and your association with Frabill, you're talking about. Of course, I have some of the Frabill weather clothing that, boy, it's unbelievable. You guys have all sorts of weather you're dealing with. I can't imagine. You got tornadoes and you got 100 degrees and you got 20 below, things along that line. Frabill is not just it's a multi-purpose company, isn't it?
You know what? It really is. And I'm very fortunate, like I said earlier, to be part of such a great company and a wide range of products. And we've all realized that us as outdoorsmen, if we're not comfortable and able to, spend time in the elements, we're not going to be able to be successful. And Frabill really takes that into consideration. Whether it be their rain suits.
Yes.
They've got rain suits for all different, literally, climates.
Yes.
They've got heavy ones all the way down to ones that you can pretty much fold up and put in a pocket and stow them away in your boat. So they've got a full line of rain suits for different climates, different temperatures. And then up here, like we talked about earlier, in another month we'll be out on the ice, and their ice suits are just are great. They've really taken into consideration the needs, whether it be the knee pads or the articulated arms and the warmth. They've just, they put a lot of thought in it, and the engineers just do a great job keeping us protected, allowing us to actually stay out in the elements and really enjoy what we really like to do.
I could put mine on. I got one. I feel like I'm on the deadliest catch. Because it is that protection and everything. Eric, thank you, buddy, for taking time on this Saturday morning to be on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Continued success. And how can folks get in touch with you? We got some people down here that may like to try out some of these things. Tell them how they get in touch with you.
Absolutely. I can be reached. I've got a website. My website is www.dpangling.com. If you're looking for Frabill products, Frabill.com, you'll be able to look them all up. A lot of local retailers are stocking, the Frabill products. Frabill's got a great customer service. Definitely get in contact with them. And otherwise, let me know. Anybody's heading up this direction, look me up. And I look forward to answering any questions I can. And lastly, just hopefully everybody down there, we talked about all the new hunting season starting. I wish everybody a safe and successful hunt.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate you. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you.
All right.
Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray and switch gears and talk clothing, which is very important to me because I like to be warm when it comes to fishing, when it comes to hunting. I'm a warm-bodied person.
Ladies and gentlemen, Larry is telling you the absolute truth. I have seen him numerous times, and he does not get cold.
I do not get cold. No. We'll be right back.
You can find out